So recently, I did have a specific patient come in the office that was suffering from a condition we call a compression fracture. So this is a middle-aged lady that did have a fall and an injury, and subsequently did get some imaging of her back that was able to discover a fracture of the L1 vertebral body in her spine. She was evaluated in my office. We did send out for the MRI study because I was very concerned about this. So her condition, the way she presented, was someone that had acute back pain after a fall. Anytime she sat forward or sat down or leaned forward, she had worsening of the pain in her back. It didn't go down the legs, but it stayed right in the back. So when I saw her in the office initially, we did an exam, and so I was concerned about a possible fracture. Just on a side note, I think that anyone that's over the age of 65 that does have a history of osteoporosis or does have concerning early signs of osteoporosis, this is always something to think about if you have a sudden onset of back pain. If you do have that, I think it's important to go get evaluated by your primary doctor or see a pain specialist so we can get some imaging and see what's going on. The next steps after the office visit, we did get the MRI study, and I was able to see there was a fracture there at that level in the low back. We discussed options with her. She decided to stay very conservative initially, so we did send her for a course of physical therapy. She did this for about four weeks or so, and then the patient came back after that point, and unfortunately she still was having quite a bit of pain, and it just was such that it was really affecting her quality of life and her ability to function. So at that point, we did decide to move forward with a procedure. Specifically, this is called a vertebroplasty. I'm actually able, under the X-ray machine, a live X-ray machine, we're able to put a needle into the bony area that's fractured in the spine, and then we're able to put some cement in there and set the fracture, and also raise it up to allow her to have that the bone to be raised up to an appropriate level. So this is actually the machine. This is part of the machine that I use to do the procedure of the kyphoplasty to fix the fracture in the spine. But these are some of the images here, and so this is showing the spine midline view here. This is the area that there was the fracture, which is the L1 bone. So once we were able to insert the needle here under the X-ray machine's guidance, I was able to actually go travel a little bit further to the other side of the bone as well, and kind of cover that whole area where the fracture was present. And then we were able to give some cement into the area where the fracture was, and that's this black stuff here showing there. And then ultimately we're able to have this is a side view now of the spine, the finished product, but this is where the cement is in place where the fracture was. This is all done over the course of about 30 minutes in the office, 45 minutes in the office. The patient did great, and so after the procedure, actually, she had almost immediate relief in her pain, of close to 100% actually. We just saw her back this week in the office, and she's very happy with that. So I think this is something to think about. Again, compression fractures in the spine, this is always something I'm thinking about when I see someone that is typically over the age of 65 that does have a condition such as osteoporosis, and we're concerned about the weakness in the bones in the body.